Good morning. It's actually morning today. I'm sitting out on my patio writing tags for the outdoor stuff that I brought to pick it yesterday. Dog's running around somewhere. Hi, Megan, where are you going? There she is. She didn't want to be in the house anymore. I don't blame her. I can't remember if I mentioned this before or not. For outdoor tags, a black Sharpie marker is the perfect thing. I tried colored Sharpie markers at one point and they faded in the sunlight. The black did really well. And then I like these shipping tags because they're reinforced, but you can do this with the hole reinforcers and a hole punch and then a manila folder. These can get wet. They can be outside, get wet, and they survive. It's just like magic out there. But then again, I don't know too many stores that have outside booths. I guess if you're doing an outdoor market and you're worried because it might rain or anything like that and your tags will get soggy and fall off, then, you know, these are brilliant. But the Sharpie markers, I have switched to these for writing all my tags just because I had some tags that were in my inventory in the garage and I used gel pen on them. And I had written them, they were all indoor. None of them had ever gone outside. And then one of the ladies called me and she said, "We can't read your tag." And it looked like a blank tag with like a tiny little spot of ink on it because it had faded so bad. The gel pens had faded so bad. And since if inventory doesn't turn over, I take it out and make it fresh as much as possible. Some stuff gets stored for a while and I can't have the tags fading. I can't be re-tagging everything every month. So the Sharpie markers are now the way I'm going to be handling that situation. Okay, I had a question about what did I mean by nipping this little spike off when I said that people like them without the spikes. I'm literally taking this clipper here. I don't know what we officially call it, but we've always just called it a nipper. And I'm going to, I don't know if I can do this with one hand holding the camera. Oh, hang on, I can't. Sorry, that was a two-handed job, but I've taken the top off now. And so there's no more spike. I can put anything I want here. Now I can put like a jar, I can put a nest, I can put anything. It just makes it more versatile. So now I can stick my hand right on top of it, which means I can put a jar in there or anything like a little votive. Not just a candle. Okay, that's my bird and I'm not selling him, but you see what I mean now. We can stage it with a bunch of different little things. I love that bird. Look how cute he is. Oh, so cute. Y'all, I need a new car clip. That thing is like, I just want to stay out. Starting to chap me. Dog's out of food, so I'm leaving the house. I escaped, you guys. They know I'm gone, but they didn't care. The dog cared. I'm going to go to there's this place called Peterson's. It's like a farm supply place. Just because I want to avoid the grocery store. I don't want to avoid the thrift store though. I have $10 up. So I'm about to go to the thrift store for $10 worth of stuff. You can get a lot of stuff for $10 at the thrift store. Should we see? Should we see what I can do? Try not to go over. I'm gonna go. Well, I guess it was a good thing my car is empty. I'm not proud of myself. I spent $60. I gotta go pick something up at the pickup. It had to be done. It had to be done. You'll understand when you see it. There's a rescue mission. Yeah, you can see the mirror. They called it a vanity. I'm gonna call it a small buffet and use the mirror on something else. But, oh Lord, y'all, the paint job and the handles. I was like, what have they done to you? You poor baby, come home with me. Mommy, take care of you. That's my problem, guys. That's why I have a garage full of unfinished projects. Because I see it and I go, no. Oh, what did they do to you? I can fix it. I can fix it. She needs fixing. She's got such great bones and somebody just trashed her. All right, we're about to embark on the trickiest leg of our journey. I now have to get this buffet. It's going to be a buffet into my home without my husband seeing it. He's into the garage. It's a good thing my car was empty. Okay, here it is. I think I did it. He was pulling weeds and the stuff that remained in the back of my car. He goes, you got to clean out your car before you go, you know. I'm like, yep, I know, I'm almost done. It was cleaned out yesterday. He has no idea. I just brought another load home. Pulled it off. He just came in and he goes, so what's this now? And I said, well, I got to reload my car for Picket. Oh, all right, to do the porch space. I'm like, yep. And he goes, okay, all right, well, get that done and put away. I'm like, okay, so we can do a thrift haul. Sucker. Don't call him Jennifer. Anyway, ignore that mess and that mess. Okay, my house is a mess. Picket ready, that's all crap from Picket. There's a check up there too. And then my packing tape and my Aspirin and my glue and yep, I live here. This is just cute. It's not vintage. Of course, orange tags were 50% off. Did I find any orange tags? No. No. There were no orange tags for me. This was $2. It's just a cute little country creamer. It will go in the booth because like we can do new stuff in the booth. So, I mean, it's definitely not Etsy age and it won't go to Junk Bonanza. I got this pillow because I think the bird pillow is going to sell right away and I'll need a backup pillow. It's got the same shades to put on the chair if that pillow sells. So I'm going to pop a new price on there and $3.50 yellow tagged. All right, it's a drawer. I paid $3 yellow tag for the drawer because it's a drawer. Now, for those of you who don't understand, I'm going to be putting feet on this little number and painting up the sides real pretty. And it's going to be like a little tabletop thing. That's a technical term. Most people don't understand it. It'll be cute. It's a box to put flowers and stuff in on your table. Anyway, really great old vintage box. I'm going to have a hard time parting with this one. I'm kind of in love with it. It did give me a sliver, so I feel like we're bonded. It's got a great dovetail, external dovetail. I love it. Love boxes like this, you guys. I'm not doing nothing to it. I'm going to sand off the sharp edges and, you know, take my DNA off it. And then, I don't want to sell you. Just love it. I don't know where I put it. That's my problem, is I love it. So I buy it and I don't have anywhere for it, then I sell it. And it fits in the drawer. These, I have no idea. If anybody can tell me what these are, I would love to know. It says Q through R, and then it's got numbers, 95, 94. It was $6, blue tagged. $6.50. There were two of them. I bought them. I have no idea what they are, but what I was thinking was they would be really cute at Junk Bonanza to display old photographs. So it will be a cute way to put the old photos up on something. And of course it will be for sale. I don't know what it is. If somebody could enlighten me. It was clearly hinged to something, so I feel like it was like this. You know what I mean? But I don't know what it is. I'm going to just display my ignorance and say, I don't know what this is. And somebody out there who knows better than me will go, oh, you know what that is? I know what that is. And I will appreciate the information. That's what we're doing here. We're sharing information. So YouTube's awesome that way. Awesome, right? It'll be great for displaying. And I don't know if I'll put it this way to put pictures in or this way. It can hold them. And then I thought it could also be great to hold my bills, like dollar money wise. Won't blow away. Not that I'll be blown away anyway, but I'm going to keep them in my apron that I'm going to redo. I just like it. I don't know why. And then I bought this. I don't know why. It was $6.50 as well, but this was yellow tagged, not blue tagged. It's just reserve parking. Signs are awesome in any form. People love signs, and I love signs because they're flat. And going to Junk Bonanza, having things that are flat. Now, I have been collecting in the garage right now. Oh, I have been waiting for Junk Bonanza. There's about, I'm going to say 2/3 of my garage is set aside for Junk Bonanza because there's a whole section of display pieces that fold flat. So I had picked up an old wooden spring-loaded folding table. I picked up several wooden ironing boards. All of them make great displays. I picked up a bunch of racks that fold flat. There were metal racks, and I'm like, jumping in, because you can build up in a space that's really small. So I think my booth at Junk Bonanza is 12 by 12, I want to say. I got to double check. That was 2 years ago when I booked it. So I want to say it's a 12 by 12 booth space, and that's not a lot of space. It's a good size booth, but if you want to maximize your return on your investment, and it's an investment to go to these shows, because I've got 3 nights hotel stay. I've got, the cost of the booth rental, all of that stuff adds up, and I've got to feed myself, and, it's like, the ladies want to go out to dinner every night, and, it's a lot. It's a lot. It adds up. I mean, we're talking about $1,000 investment just to go. Minimum $1,000 investment to go to this show. And I don't have $1,000 right now. So that sale has to be great. I've already paid for my space. Luckily for me, I paid for that 2 years ago. So the booth rental cost I've already paid. And I just have to now cover the remainder, but it adds up. So I like to get as much money out of the show as I possibly can. And I can build up when I can't build out. So there'll be pieces that have to be on the floor of the booth size wise. And it's like, but the smalls can go up. So I bought a lot of layering, folding. I've got like step stools that fold, like old milking stools that fold. They're all ready to go. I have been hanging on to them for so long. But things like old signs, they're flat. And I remember being at Junk Bonanza, and a dude said to me, I had this old parts sign. It was fantastic, you guys. And I had $50 on it. That's dirt cheap for that sign. It was a 1960s parts measurement sign, and it was all crusty, dusty, oily enamel sign. And I was like, he goes, I'll give you $10 for it. And I went, no. And he said, you're going to have to take it home. I said, dude, it's flat. It really, that really has no impact on me. Now, if you had said you want to get rid of that dresser over there, I'll give you $40 for it. I'll be like, yeah, can I load it in your car? Because I don't want to carry it home. But these pieces are flat. That's just crazy. So I don't have to negotiate when I can take it home. I said to him, I've got a shop. It's going to go home and go to my shop. And it did, and it sold. I put it up. Guys, that thing didn't sell, though, for over a year after that Junk Bonanza. And I know we were closed for 3 months, but then I was sitting there thinking, man, I should have taken the $10. Nobody wants this stupid sign. Then I got my small booth in the house upstairs. And I have said it for years, I don't sell well in the small building. traffic pattern is terrible. Okay, for those of you who have been contacting me and saying, I want to operate a booth, tell me what you know. The best book you can buy on selling is Why We Buy. And you know what? I've read it 3 times. 3 times. And I know why my booth in the small booth doesn't work. And I knew some of the things that I needed to do to remedy that situation, and I did it. And I'm glad I did. But I also then went, I'm going to need a small booth in the main building because there are people that do not come over here. They don't come to the big building. And I know there are other people who are like, oh, that's not true. Really? Because that same sign hung prominently in the small building, prominently, over and over and over again. And no one even looked twice at it. And then I put it 1 month in the upstairs booth and it went. Didn't lower the price, didn't do anything except hang it in a different building. And then it sold. And I think a lot of the men don't come into our building because the small building has a lot of the very feminine vendors. And that's not an insult. It's beautiful in there. I mean, if you're selling gorgeous farmhouse furniture, that's the building you want to be in because that's the clientele that's coming in there. But rusty, crusty, male-oriented man cave stuff doesn't do well in there. So there you go. But yeah, Why We Buy. I'll put a link below because that book, I have it on audio and I have a paperback of it, and it's worth every penny to get both. It's nice to have the paperback to flip through and reference, but I don't listen. Can't read business books. I kind of drop off. Like I'll be reading and not absorbing anything. Like I'll finish a page and go, you know what? I don't remember a word of what I just read. But if I listen to a business book on audio, I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. To have the paperback and the audio and then highlight. I learned so much. So much. And there are some great videos here on YouTube about visual merchandising. I'm getting more and more of you guys emailing me. I love it. I've been giving some people advice on starting their YouTube channel and selling on Etsy and selling in person. And you guys, come at me. Let me know what you want to know. I don't know what you don't know, so tell me. But one of my biggest advice for selling is to read Why We Buy. It gets updated repeatedly. Get the most recent version you can get because it talks about then online selling. And that was extremely helpful for me as well. So it's gold. That book is gold. It's like the science of selling and why people buy. And it's fantastic. It'll tell you why you can have 80 signs at the register saying you take Visa, MasterCard, and people will go, do you take credit cards? Because people don't read signs at the register. Don't put your signs at the register. Put your signs in places like the staircase. Because they got nothing else to look at. Hallways. Hanging here and there and everywhere, but they do not read at the register. And I had Junk Bonanza had Visa, MasterCard signs made up. My husband makes signs. And I put them all around my booth. And it was so funny because this one woman was like, I don't have any money left. And then she goes, you take credit cards? I'm like, I sure do. And I made a sale because I had those signs up because otherwise she was ready to walk out. So it's worth taking credit cards, and it's worth, her one sale covered more than my credit card fees for the whole day. I mean, it was like over $100 that she bought because she just started going crazy because she was out of money. It was the end of the day. She's out of cash. Because a lot of the other vendors there only take cash. And they're like, you can go to the ATM. I literally heard someone say to a customer, you can go to the ATM. And she didn't go back to her booth. And I thought, yeah, I wouldn't have either. So I made money because it's at the end of the day, she didn't want to stop shopping, but she didn't have any cash left. And she's like, you take credit cards? I'm like, yes, I do. And then all of a sudden it was like this armload of stuff. So take credit cards. If you want, I can give you a referral link to 2 different payment systems that I use, then you get like a bunch of fees free. The only time, request it from me when you're ready to do a show, because it only lasts for a short little time. It's like your first 60 days or something like that. So if you're about to do like a pop-up market or a show, or you're about to take your first credit card charges, I can give you like, I think it's like $1,000 worth of transactions without a fee by referring you. And then I get a little bump too. So win-win, guys. So if you're going to do that, you know, request it from me. My email is in the descriptions below. I think so. Otherwise, it's peonylanedesigns@gmail.com. And just request it from me when you're ready to go. If you're ready to set up on Etsy, I can also give you free listings. So I think it's like 60 listings free, something like that, if I refer you, and then I get a few free. So win-win again. So, but that only, it's like your first month, and you have to use the listing credit within a certain number of days. I don't even know what it is anymore. So I always tell people, when you're ready to set up your Etsy shop is when you request that from me. And then I will give you the free listings. So then you don't have to pay the 20-cent listing fees. And you can load your shop with like 60 items without paying a transaction fee. And the transaction fee, or the setup fee for Etsy, is 20 cents per item. So that's a nice little savings. It's not a lot, but it helps. Every penny helps. I mean, if you're not spending that money to set up your shop, win-win. Again, win-win. So I'm happy to help you guys. I will send you referral links all day long. If you want free listings, if you want free credit card transactions, no problem. Hit me up. We're in this together. We will get it done. So you tell me what that clippy thing is, and I will give you free listings. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't yet gotten one of your Happy Junket shirts, and don't forget the coffee mug, click the links below. That'll all be there as well. And if you want to challenge me for the Thrift Flip Challenge, my P.O. box is also available. It's in the description below, but here it is, just in case you can write super fast. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy junking. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.